And what's up, you guys? Welcome to the Mango Grove. My name is Krisha, and this is today's ADA BTC analysis video. Now, I know a lot of you guys have requested that I do an ADA TA video, so here it is. I am currently not in any ADA trade, okay, and that's why, as you can see, my chart is completely clear. I do not want any biases on there, okay. I only have that 21 EMA, and we are currently on that weekly time frame. So I usually like starting with my high-level horizontals. Let's go ahead and kind of just draw that in. So all the horizontals I will be plotting today will be the ones closer to, well, current price action. That way we keep everything of relevance in front of our eyes. Okay, so we got one at the bottom there. I believe we have one right here. Oops, we lost that level. Damn. I'm just gonna kind of make these lines a bit thicker so that you can see them. Okay, we got one right there. I believe we have one right around here. Okay, and I'm gonna draw one more right around this level at 715 sats. Okay, beautiful. I think that covers our weekly levels, but what's the first thing I noticed here, guys, is that we actually, that last weekly close, we closed below, not just below the 21 EMA, but also below a major weekly horizontal. Okay, now that line, that horizontal, by the way, that I have here, is sitting at around 547 sats. Okay, now from my last video, I think, you know, little bits of pieces of my last TAs coming back to me, that 547 was actually a major level that kind of lined up with a lot of cloud levels across other various time frames. We will be going over that, okay, but what is to note right now with ADA's weekly price action is that price is currently hovering over, okay, over that that major horizontal at 547 sats, as well as the weekly 21 EMA. However, know that this is only the 5th of March, and we still have about 3 to 4 days still left on this candle. Anything can happen. But on this weekly candle, guys, what I will be looking for, if I am looking for bulls to take back a bit of power on this chart, I will be looking for a close over that 21 EMA, as well as that horizontal, of course. But that's what I'm going to be looking for if we hold that as resistance. Quite honestly, guys, I just want you to notice how price has just oscillated in the zone right here. And this, while this may look very, very small, this zone here may look very small, okay, on this chart. Let me just kind of put this into perspective for you. Just from this 547 level all the way down to the next horizontal, that's about 19 to 20% give or take. Okay, this is a very, very sort of thick major zone of price action here. This was 20%. This was a 20% zone. So be careful for those of you who are still in longs. But I think, you know what? If we do manage to hold that as resistance, I may very well take a short. But that's only if and only if we actually hold that horizontal at 547 sats as resistance. If we close over, I will definitely not be taking that short. But yeah, this is what Cardano is doing on those weekly price relative to those weekly horizontals. Let's go ahead and put on that weekly cloud and see where we are. Ooh, relative to the cloud levels. And what do you know? That weekly horizontal sitting at 547 sats is actually in line with the cloud Tenkin right there. So, okay, that's some confluence there. That's good to know. I'm actually going to change, you know, every time I see like a major level or a major horizontal that has confluence across multiple time frames, okay, I usually like you know, giving it a different color. I feel like it needs to stand out. So let's pick a pink, perhaps. A pink sounds good. I like pink. So there we'll go. We'll give it a pink, make it slightly a bit thicker. There we go. Okay, so that's our weekly right now. Now, of course, we don't have much. We don't even have the actual cloud on this time frame because ADA does not have as much price history to give us that cloud right now. But okay, so this is ADA on the weekly. Let's get onto that daily and see where we are relative to those cloud levels. It would give us a good picture of what price may want to do, okay, in the shorter time frames. At least, you know, it will kind of tell us where the weekly could possibly end up. Could we actually end up holding this beautiful horizontal at 547 sats, you know, as support? Could we actually close over on the weekly time frame? So right now, this is ADA on the daily. We will be going over the 2-day time frame as well as that 4-day time frame, as we did close those 2 candles today as well. But the first thing I notice here, guys, is once again, like I said, this line from my last analysis too, 547, is in line with a bunch of major, you know, cloud levels on multiple time frames. So as you can see, this 547 is also sitting in line with what? That Kijun. It's sitting in line with the Kijun. And you know what? If we actually do end up holding this, I think this right here, guys, would have been a bloody fake out. So we'll have to kind of wait and watch to see what, you know, what's going to happen here. Could we actually end up holding this level as support on the weekly? Could we actually take it back on the weekly? So actually, the other thing I want to do is, you know, where is price relative, to that 10 SMA? And what do you know, guys? We are still holding that as resistance, so we have not taken it back yet. In fact, ADA has been holding that 10 simple moving average as resistance since the 16th of Feb. Now, it's been a long time, okay? It's been a very, very long time. I believe taking out that 10 SMA could very well propel ADA to a higher high. So that is definitely something to watch out for. In fact, if we actually do take back the 10 SMA, this would start looking more and more like a bear trap. So definitely something to watch out for. Nothing I noticed on this chart actually is a potential. Now this is a potential pattern play. It has not broken to the upside, so it has not come to life yet. Remember, patterns only come to life after the break of the pattern. You're looking for a break of that diagonal, but I am spotting a potential falling wedge on this chart right now. So definitely something to play. I think just breaking that 10 SMA could very well, you know, break this overall falling wedge. So if we do, okay, if this does end up being a falling wedge and you know, we do break it to the upside, we break that 10 SMA, I think breaking the 10 SMA would be the impetus of actually breaking the pattern. But what you're looking for over there is a good sort of volume push. If you just put on that volume, okay, you're looking for a good sort of push to the upside, something that stands out from some of these nodes over here. So just watch out for that, okay? That's what we're looking for if this is indeed a pattern and if it indeed is a break. So if this does end up meeting its measured move, the measured move will take ADA all the way to 655 sats. Okay, 655 sats, but I think the impetus to actually breaking this to the upside is going to be taking back that 10 SMA, you know, and a good, nice volume push to the upside. I think that would really confirm it. But right now, this is what I see on ADA's daily time frame. Now, like I said, we did close a 2-day candle, so let's go ahead and see, you know, what it's doing on the 2-day. And what do you know, guys? What do you know? I'm just going to switch off that horizontal so you can see where that 2-day Kijun is at. Switch it off. Where's that 2-day Kijun, guys? 547. 547, like I said, confluence. That is a major, major line. And notice, guys, while we did close a weekly under that level, that 2-day, actually, we did not close. We closed well above. We just wicked below, closed above. So that 2-day kind of still maintained that horizontal there. So definitely something to note. But right now we did get held onto that Kijun. We did do a beautiful C-span trade. Now question is, can we actually break this to the upside? If we do, like I said, measured move is sitting at 654 sats. Okay, I won't be surprised. Actually, the next sort of major horizontal, at least on the 2-day time frame, is going to be somewhere here at around that 621 satoshis. I'm going to draw a line there. If we manage to take this out, it would be from it's actually going to be a zone. It's going to be 597 all the way to, there we go, 622. Okay, so that's going to be that next 2-day zone that will be contested if we manage to break this to the upside. Remember, it's always like an if this then that, even when it comes to these pattern plays. While we do have a beautiful measured move, you always have to look at how price reacts off of these other sort of resistances overhead, okay? Because a lot of times when your pattern does not meet its measured move, chances are it's morphed into something else, and keep your eyes out on that. Okay, don't have biases. Don't just stick to that one fixed number that's saying, hey, you know, because this is a pattern play and because the measured move is sitting at, well, this level right here at 654, I am only taking profits at 654. Absolutely not, guys. It's always if this then that. Look at price action. Be in tune with price action. Don't dictate to it. Let it dictate to you. That way you stay in profits. You're always in that green zone there. So right now as things stand, I think just taking out that daily 10 SMA, okay, could propel price higher. The next sort of resistance being only at 597 on the daily. Okay, breaking that could well propel us to 623. But and that is a good sort of profit zone right there, right? So just that. is around a 4%, and just breaking, well, the 10 SMA all the way to that next resistance is a 6%. So nothing to be scoffed at, guys, nothing to be scoffed at all. So this is ADA on the daily. So we've gone over the 2-day. What about the 4-day? We did close a 4-day candle as well. We did lose the 21 EMA as well as that Kijun. However, we did take it back on that last 4-day close, which was today. Okay, we did take that back, so that is strong. That is the 10 SMA over us. Where are we now relative to these levels? I'm going to get rid of these diagonals now that you kind of have a good sight of that falling wedge that, you know, I spotted out on that daily time frame. But as things stand right now on this, you know, 4-day price relative to those cloud levels, and guys, notice again, 547 in line with that Tenkin right there. Major level. We do not want to lose this. In fact, on the 4-day as well, it did not lose that level. Okay, so I think that the 2-day, 4-day, I think ADA is still looking relatively good right now. In fact, yeah, I think it's only if and only if we lose that, okay, could we actually see a further continuation to the downside, possibly even coming down to this zone of resistance at 440, which is basically a 20% move to the downside. So something to note there. But right now, this is looking, you know, in semi, you know, bullish territory. I think the bulls could definitely push this up. I would not be taking a short here, quite honestly. Quite honestly, I will not be taking a short here at all. It's only after the break of this, okay, will I consider a short on the retest. But right now, ADA is looking like the bulls could very well take back control. But like I said, for a further kind of, you know, if I'm looking for the further kind of push to the upside, I'm looking for that daily to take back that 10 SMA. But right now, guys, ADA relative to, well, its 4-day levels, we held the 547, man. We never lost that. There was no close or below that level. Not just that, we did manage to take back that 21, okay, and we're holding it as support. So question is, on that next 4-day close, can we still maintain these levels? Remember, guys, I mean, it's not even about bullish or bearish, right? It's about taking advantage of the volatility. And that's something that's amazing about ADA, that you can actually do that. I mean, you have exchanges out there that let you short this chart as well. So, and that's why these sort of coins are special, right? You can actually make money on either side. So it's about, there's no point in letting your biases take over when you can actually just flip sides and make money either way. So, okay, so coming back to the charts, 4 days. So let's get onto those lower time frames to see what, you know, price could possibly do in the more immediate hours of our day today. So ADA, we notice how we have a beautiful bullish cross, the 10 SMA over the 21 EMA. We are holding that 10. Okay, we took it back. We seem to be holding it right now, so that is good. That is good stuff right there. And like I said, there was another sort of pattern that I spotted on this chart that could very well be at play on the lower time frames, like the 4-hour, is a possible bullish head and shoulders. This being the shoulder, this being the head, and another possible shoulder at play. A break of this diagonal would be a break of the neckline. You're looking for a nice sort of volume node there. Now, I know Sean doesn't believe in the volume nodes. He doesn't think it's, you know, it's applicable. He's got his reasons for it, you know, legitimate reasons, of course, but I feel like it more often than not actually plays out on the crypto charts. I will sort of assess the charts to see how these patterns play out, even in terms of how, you know, whether those volume nodes actually come in. And I feel like on ADA, it does play out relatively well. I'm going to clear that cloud so you can see that pattern well. But yeah, sorry. Apologies. Let me just extend this line for you so you have a good sort of view of that neckline right there. But no, this is the head and shoulders, okay? The inverted head and shoulders, which is a bullish pattern. You have one shoulder right here, the head right here, the right shoulder right here. If you just put on those volume nodes, you'll have the right sort of descending volume profile as well. And that's what you're looking for when you're looking for head and shoulder patterns. So no, it's right now, this has not come to life, okay? We're looking for a break of that neckline for this pattern to come to life. Let's put on that ribbon to see if it, you know, lines up with anything there. So we have the 55. How about that 89? Okay, so nothing, no sort of major EMA in line with the neckline, okay, right now, something to note, but I think that does have a bit of relevance. I think that if we manage to take back that 55 EMA and have a good push, I would expect actually just one big sort of boom, right? Just taking it out, taking the 55 out, as well as the neckline. Could we see resistance at that 89 EMA? Quite possibly. At that point, I will expect a retest and then further continuation. But that's what I'll be sort of looking at. Apologies for the super messy chart. But yeah, this is what I see on the 4 hour. This could very well be at play, and I like the fact that we had this bullish sort of crossover here. That could very well have some good implications, and I think taking out that 55 EMA, I think we could possibly see a push to the upside. On the 4 hour time frame, the very next resistance is going to be that 89 EMA. I think it lines up with a bunch of wicks here too, so watch out for that. But right now, I mean, the lower time frame, sorry, it looks like it wants to start edging up. Definitely. So, okay. So this could very well have a bullish sort of structure on the lower time frames. As you can see, we've been, we never took out these lows here, so that's good. This is the 1 hour, guys, by the way. How about on that cloud? Not much on the cloud. What about the 4 hour cloud? Ooh, notice how the diagonal on the 4, so the neckline on the 4 hour cloud is actually in line with that edge there, as well as the Kijun, and it's very, very slim, but it's there either way. We could do, now what is the measured move, by the way? I never went over that. The measured move for this inverted head and shoulders would take ADA all the way. So let's just say we break here, 5th March. Measured move is going to be at 617 sats. Right now, this is not exact because, of course, this would depend entirely on where ADA does break. I mean, this could friggin' very well break here, and that changes the look, okay, by a couple of sats here and there. But that's roughly about where the measured move will take you, okay, if this does come to fruition, if this pattern does come alive. So watch out for that. But right now, ADA is looking, semi-bullish. It looks like it wants to start edging up on those lower time frames. The weekly will start looking more and more, apologies for this, the weekly will start looking more and more like a bear trap if we do manage to take back that 21 EMA, okay, on that next close. Because note that that 547 level there was not lost, guys, okay, on the 2-day as well as that 4-day time frame. So that is something to note. This could very well, take another sort of swing to the upside. However, if we close that weekly candle once again below 547, I will be expecting further continuation to the downside. But right now, guys, this is a waiting game for me. Quite honestly, I like playing the higher time frames, so I will be waiting on the confirmations on the higher time frames in order for me to decide whether I want to go long on ADA or short. But yeah, this is all I have for you for ADA BTC. I hope you enjoyed this video. With that, trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the mango way, trade the easy way, guys. Ciao.